Hey guys, welcome back to The Mind of Brandon. Today I'm going to be taking the Buzzfeed privilege test. Got that here on my tablet. So this is one of those where you check all the statements that apply to you. And so the way this works, if I check something, that's a point of privilege. If I don't check something, then that's a lack of privilege. That's how the test works. So the first statement is, I am white. Yes, I am white. Check. Now wait a minute. What is it about being white that automatically gives me a privilege point? I mean, am I more privileged than Beyonce? Or Barack Obama? Just think of any non-white rich person and, tell me that I'm more privileged than they are. Doesn't make any sense. There's nothing about being white that makes someone more privileged than everyone that's non-white. Okay? Doesn't work that way. So that would appear to be an inaccuracy in the processing of how privileged someone is for this test. Okay? And it's the first one. We're not off to a good start here. But anyway, the next one says, I have never been discriminated against because of my skin color. Well, I would say that everyone has been discriminated against because of their skin color, because there's always going to be someone who's like, I hate white people, or I hate black people, I hate Asians, etc., right? There are people in this world who just don't like you because of whatever your skin color is. We call them racists. So everyone has been discriminated against because of their skin color. I have never been the only person of my race in a room. I actually have been the only person of my race in a room. Is the idea that if you're in a room with people of your own race, that's privilege, but if you're in a room with people that are of a different race, that's considered underprivilege or something like that. So you get a privilege point if the people in the room with you are of your race, but if they're of a different race, well, that's no privilege there. Why is that a privilege? Why is that even relevant to privilege? Who came up with this? I have never been mocked for my accent. I have never been a victim of violence because of my race. I actually have been a victim of violence because of my race. So when I was in high school, I used to make these comics, which basically take a bunch of paper, staple it together, draw people on them with little speech bubbles, right? And they'd be talking to each other, right? So anyway, so yeah, I used to make these comics, and they were intended to be controversial, funny, that sort of thing. My friends loved reading my comics. They would be like, oh, do you have a new comic for us? So yeah, I'd bring my comics to school and show them to my friends. And one day, this white kid who'd never seen them before gets a hold of one of them, and he's just like cracking up, just laughing his ass off. Oh, this is so good. He goes around and starts showing it to people. Which I generally just wanted to show it to my friends, I wasn't real into, showing it to random Joes, but, he starts going around showing it to people. He shows it to, this black kid, and, this black kid, looks at me and says, who wrote this? I was like, oh, I did. And then he punches me in the face. And, basically, there was a part in the comic where there was a black kid, using the word nigger. Right? And so I being the author, I'm apparently not allowed to use that word. Now, the kid in question, he uses that word all the time. The kid who punched me, right? He used that word all the time. So it's okay for him to use it, but I don't get to because I'm white. So yeah, that's that situation. I was just using it in a freaking comic. It was a character that was using it. Alright, anyway. I have never been told I sound white. No, I don't think I have been told I sound white. So I gotta check that one. Yeah, I've actually been told I don't seem white. It's just like, what ethnicity are you? I'm white. Really? I am heterosexual, yes. I have never lied about my sexuality. I actually have lied about my sexuality. I used to do that on the playground all the time because, kids would like bug me, and I found, a good way to get them to leave me alone is just pretend like I'm gay, right? That got them to leave me alone. I have never been told I would burn in hell for my sexual orientation. Definitely been told I'll burn in hell, but not for my sexual orientation. I am a man. I am a man. Yes, I am a man. Check. Apparently, just being a man automatically gives me a privilege point. Again, Beyonce. What is it about being a man that just makes me automatically more privileged? Doesn't make any sense. Just because someone's a man, it doesn't mean that they're automatically more privileged than all women. It doesn't work that way. I have never been denied an opportunity because of my gender. I actually am denied of an opportunity because of my gender in the sense that lesbians are not interested in me. I have never felt unsafe because of my gender. So I actually have felt unsafe because of my gender. Once upon a time when I was driving down to the mall, I got to the freeway entrance and there was this woman there that was hitchhiking, and I thought, maybe I should pick her up. And then it occurred to me, she might be some crazy man-hating feminist that wants to cut my throat or something, right? So I decided, I'm not going to pick her up. So yeah, I guess you could say I feel a little unsafe because of my gender there. I have never been catcalled. Well, what do you consider to be catcalling? I mean, because I think I have been, unless, catcalling must necessarily be like a negative thing. I don't know. I'm not going to check it. I have never been sexually harassed or assaulted. Well, let's see. I used to work with this dude who would go slap people on the ass. I didn't much like that. Yeah, I told him don't do that, and he never did it again. I don't know what Sally Mae is. That is correct. I don't know what Sally Mae is. Apparently you get a privilege point for not knowing what Sally Mae is. I have never been called a terrorist. I've definitely been called a terrorist. I used to be part of the Zeitgeist movement. I've definitely been called a terrorist. Let's check my privilege. You live with 45 out of 100 points of privilege. So it says that you are not privileged. It says you're not privileged at all. You grew up with an intersectional, complicated identity, and life never let you forget it. Well, I can't argue with that. You've had your fair share of struggles, and you've worked hard to overcome them. Yeah. We do not live in an ideal world, and you had to learn that the hard way. Yeah. It is not your responsibility to educate those with more advantages than you, but if you decide you want to, go ahead and send them this quiz. Hopefully it will help. Well, maybe I'll leave a link down in the description box or something. But yeah, at the end of it, I kind of agreed with what it was saying there at the end, but at the same time, there was some stuff actually during the quiz that left me kind of yeah, I'm not sure how accurate this quiz is. Seems kind of racist. Seems a little sexist, right? So let me know what you guys think. Comment section down below, and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and share it with other people. If you're interested in watching if you're interested in watching my future videos, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I hope to see you all in the next one. So peace and have a good one, guys.